Gotta be.
Hi folks, this is Van Pearsall with Thumper Jigs, but I'm very proud to announce that we are launching our strike tree fishing Signature Series Jig. It's a real small dwarf jig. We've got the plastics, we've been working on them. Jason Kaiser, Keith Williams, Dennis Lawrence, and Mark Hatcher, all these guys thrown in and helped make this jig a success. And it's caught a lot of fish here. I think we've got a great jig for fishing down in Florida, where there's predominantly black crappie. Black crappie eat small vertebrate or invertebrate, They eat a lot of grass shrimp. You throw a 3 in. It's hard to believe, but black crappie and white crappie, the only similarities is they're fish and they're crappie. After that, it's over. I mean, from experience, I can tell you, you go to Grenada and throw a 3-inch tube and catch a 3-pound crappie, or a 2-pound crappie. That's my experience. But you go to Florida and throw a 3-inch tube, and that fish will swim away for half an acre to get away from it. They just, as a rule, they just don't eat big baits. And particularly black crappie, which is down in Florida and a lot of southern states. So we developed this micro jig, or dwarf jig is what we call them. And we developed this, Jason and Keith, Mark Hatcher, Dennis Morrison, they've all been working on this. And we finally got the plastics from Matt Wiley, from Matt's OCD. We've kind of got
Wild Willie's OCD.
Wild Willie's OCD, yeah. We've kind of got a joint venture going with that. We've got, I've got about 60 to 100 bags of his plastics in front of me. We've got, I think, 400 bags more on order.
You know, and how this all came about, man, let me interrupt you for a second.
Go right ahead.
Dennis Lawrence had gave me a couple of these plastics that Wild Willie had sent him. He obviously sponsors him and I both on our YouTube channels. And Dennis got some of these before I had got them. He gave me some. Well, I didn't have any jig heads to put them on. So that's when I went to Van and said, hey Van, this bait's gonna work. It was winter time. I told Keith, I said, I think if we get a little smaller jig head to put these baits on, these crappie are gonna eat them. So I approached Van and said, hey, we need a smaller jig head. Anyway, that's how this kind of came about. I'll let you get back into it.
So, as Jason was saying, one of the things that when it came to me, he goes, look, when I stick 3 or 4 fish, and you got to keep in mind, we're talking about late November, sometime into January. He goes, when I stick 3 or 4 fish, they invariably throw up shad in my live well. Well, Jason, that's because that their metabolism, their body temperature metabolism is down to about 35 degrees, plus or minus a degree of water temperature. So the metabolism slowed down tremendously. If they eat a 3-inch shad, it's liable to take them 2 to 3 days to digest it. So we started making these smaller baits, and right away the amount of hookups and the amount of fish in the live box went up astronomically. So these are tried and true jigs, and these colors, for the most part, are Thumper Jigs colors. And we've got some really nice colors I'm going to show you here. Okay, now this here one is the blue ice, and we've got it actually on 2 different jig heads. That's on a granite, or I'm sorry, a marble jig head there. It's called marble after the stone. And then this is actually a 2-tone blue ice jig head. As you can see, I mean, they're dynamite on either one. This is an aqua right here, and it's again on the granite jig head. This is a pink lemonade on a strawberry jig head. And this one here is a firecracker on a black marble jig head. This here one is a orange and black on a black marble jig head. And there's the color there. And let me see what else we got matched up. I don't know if I got any of them. Oh, here we go. This one here, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's a golden chartreuse on a yellow chartreuse jig head. Here is a black pepper. This is a chartreuse and black pepper on a black and chartreuse jig head, a 2-tone color. So that's a sample of what we got. As you can see, there's several bags around. and we've got 400 more bags on the way. So they are going to be, as of today, they're going to be on sale. They're going to be out there on the rack today, and you can call me at 217-638-3474. 217-638-FISH.
You know, we got videos to prove it, you know, on Dennis's channel, my channel. Keith and I went out and had a pretty good video one day.
Yeah, that was in January.
Yeah, January, yeah.
Yeah, it was first year.
First year,
day.
'cause I couldn't remember if it was New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Yep.
So we will be at Collinsville at the show, but right now these jigs are available right now. And then, like I said, by the first, hopefully by the 1st of November, Matt can get the other 400 bags done. But we will be at Collinsville, we will be in Des Moines, Iowa, and one more show. I don't know if we're going to Cincinnati or up by Tinley Park. I've talked with my wife and see. So those show, the Collinsville show and the Des Moines, Iowa show, we're definitely going to. So, you know, you guys, I'll be there, and at Des Moines, we'll be there tying jigs, and we are the Mississippi State hand-tied jig champion for 2023. Something I'm really proud of.
Man, one of the things you do with your jig heads that I really like, is the fact that you didn't put a keeper on. And that not having that keeper with these small plastics makes a huge difference.
He tried it with the collar.
Yeah, the first
Right.
go around.
First
was with the
25
collar,
on
and I think
We talked about it.
Yeah, him and I talked to it.
Right, and
I said we don't need it. We
Right.
brought them out there, we didn't like it, you took it off, and
Yes.
man, did it make everything work out right.
I knew solid bodies, you know, I mean, I just poured what I could, you know, like I said, we only started with 25 hooks that particular first time out.
Yeah.
And then he called me and said, well, you better order 1,000. We've sold in the neighborhood of about 3,000, I'd say, maybe, I don't know, maybe more, I don't know. But, you know, so there is, I think there's 5,000 here in the shop. So we've got of them. We've got some going to Clearwater, Stillwater, Minnesota. We're getting ready to ship out. I shipped some yesterday in California, some to Texas yesterday, and 2 places in Missouri. So
The fall's coming up, we're gonna get in the winter time, pretty much when the fall hits. That's all I'm gonna have on, it's probably all you're
All I
gonna
have
have on, all through the winter time. And actually, that's all what I've been throwing all summer long too.
Yep.
You know, whenever-
and they actually, from what these guys tell me and what little bit I've fished them, they actually stay on good. You know, I mean, it's not a problem. You know, any fish will tear a jig. You know, depending on how much fight's in him, how deep you got to drag him, from how deep you got to drag him, and they'll, you know that they'll just tear them up. But these are pretty healthy, and they hang in there pretty good. And that was one of the reasons that we didn't use the keeper, because it constantly just tore the jig up.
It's not uncommon for me to fish maybe 2 jig bodies all day, and we'll put 100 fish in them.
Yeah,
They just last that well with that setup.
And these are gonna be the Signature Series,
these are Signature Series,
only to Thumper jigs, so you're not gonna be able to
Yeah,
find these in any
right.
store or retail.
and each package like this has 20 baits in it. And each package like this has 5 jig heads. And you can get both of them for $7. Now, Hoss, I mean, that ain't even a slice of pizza at the cases. So I'm telling you, we're not trying to take advantage of nobody, we're just trying to have a little good time, make a little money, and try to put forth a jig that works. That's the most important thing. You know, it's like, that smile's priceless. You know, when you hold that fish up, especially these guys that guide, when they take somebody out and they have a good time, they catch fish, they know, I mean, these guys know it, and you know, it's good for them, and the people that caught the fish is just fantastic for them. That smile is priceless. Just remember, folks, it's Thumper Jigs, fish catching, award-winning Thumper Jigs. There just ain't nothing else to say.
And I'm glad to have Strike 3 Fishing name on it. Obviously, if it didn't work, I'm not gonna put my name on it. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thanks to Van, thanks to Keith. And look out for some more videos coming for the Strike 3 Fishing Signature Series Dwarf Billhead by Thumper Jigs. Until next time, we'll see everybody later.